you evil, yeah. Damn bitch, you evil. Really tend to have is evil. Bro, I'm so in little TJ mode at the moment. It's crazy. Before I record these videos, I sit with my little notes app on my phone, listen to some little TJ, and just let the mind flow and really get into the topics that I want to talk about. So let's start with a little hydration check. Make sure your posture is good when you're watching this. I don't want you sitting there slouched over. I mean, if you're doing your push-ups in the background, that's even better. Regardless, we're going to get straight into this one. So one mistake that I've made in the past myself, and I see a lot of guys, well, pretty much most men on earth make this exact same mistake. And it's kind of it's not really their fault, because success for men in a lot of other, in pretty much every other area of your life, money, I guess the gym, business, whatever it may be, all requires routine. It requires consistency. It requires something that is the same over and over again, right? You fall into the same habits. That's what it is, the keyword habit, right? That's why you hear everyone in the self-development space talking about habits and meditation and good habits. Do this every day, do that every day, consistency. So what works in every other aspect of male life, routine, consistency, doing the same thing over and over again, predictability, right? It works in every other area of male life. It doesn't work with women. So consistency, doing the same thing over and over again, predictability, routine, that is the one thing that's going to kill your relationship with women, especially in a long-term relationship with a girl that you've gotten comfortable with, or you've gotten used to being in the company with. It doesn't really feel like the old days anymore. The honeymoon phase is kind of worn off a little bit. The reason why you see relationships start to die down and get a bit boring, and the woman maybe ends up cheating because she's not really getting the same emotional satisfaction as she used to do in the start. The reason this happens is because men fall into this routine like they do with everything else in life, and with everything else it works. So they think, well, it must work with women as well, right? Because if I have a routine with making money, a routine with my business, with my YouTube channel, with my gym, with my workouts, health, and that works for me there, well, then it must work for women as well. But it doesn't. Because, like I've mentioned before, women are very emotionally, and I guess the word is energetically stimulated in terms of attractiveness. It's not necessarily so much with visual. Your woman can just put makeup on and you're like, fucking hell, yeah, she's beautiful. Wow, oh my God. Like, as long as you're being visually stimulated as a man, that's enough for us, right? But for women, it's kind of the opposite. They need a lot of emotional stimulation. They need to have something to fantasize about. They need to have that kind of swept off their feet fantasy by you. And the only way that you can really consistently make things exciting for her is by keeping things unpredictable, by changing things up, doing different things. Okay, so just please keep this in mind. I don't really want to drag this one out too long, but it's just, I'm in a relationship right now, and it's interesting because in my first proper long-term relationship, I did fall into that routine, consistency, same thing over and over again, etc. You know, seeing her at the same time every night, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's nice and you get comfortable and whatever, and that's fine. But there's no excitement there. And from a woman's standpoint, it's very boring. And what do I always say, lads? What's the mantra? The two things you can never do to a woman: embarrass her and bore her. The two things you could never do. Do anything else. She can hate you, she can cry, she can get upset, but just don't embarrass the girl and don't bore the girl. The two things that are going to make her go off you like that. So just keep this in mind, okay? You must keep things exciting, unpredictable, different, right? Spontaneous, that's another big word I want you to remember. Spontaneity. Because for you, you're like, oh yeah, well, I'm working, I'm doing my business. Bro, sometimes take a step back and just be like, yeah, you know what? Let's go on a date right now. I'm going to come pick you up. Cool, random. That spontaneity is so exciting for a girl, I promise you right now. But a lot of you nerds in the self-development space get into this business mindset with your woman as well. Yeah, well, I'll 9 o'clock every night, because I need to make sure I get my YouTube videos done. And then at 9 o'clock every night, I'll come and see you. Bro, stop doing that. Because it's so boring. There's no element of imagination there. There's no element of like, oh, I don't really know what's going to happen. That's so exciting for a girl. I'm talking in and out of the bedroom. In the bedroom especially, bro, because guys fall into a routine in the bedroom too. They'll make her come one time in a certain way, in a certain position, at a certain speed, and then they'll just do the same thing over and over again forever. That's great, well done, but she knows what to expect. There's no excitement there. There's no, oh my God, what's going to happen? You know, this is so nerve-wracking, but also exciting at the same time. I'm kind of scared, but I'm kind of excited. There's none of that. It's just the same mundane, yeah, okay, lie down, take your clothes off, this position, yeah, cool, okay. But do you know what I mean? It's boring. It's boring for you too, bro. Like, you should want to spice things up a little bit as well. So just keep this in mind. You can do this in a numerous of different ways, a variety of different ways. Whether that's taking her to new restaurants you've never been to, new places you've never been to, new positions in the bedroom that you've never done before. Like actually having sex in different places, maybe in public or something like that. Changing things up, spicing things up, being a bit more exciting. Spontaneity, different times, doing things on different days that you don't usually do them on. It can be something as little as that, but just the main principle I want you to follow is put yourself in her shoes. She has to be in this mindset of, oh, I don't really know what's going to happen. Because then that puts her in her imagination. And her imagination is always going to be a lot more exciting than actual reality, right? But that's good. Because that excitement keeps her attracted. It keeps her engaged with you emotionally, right? Remember what I said before, it's not so much about visual. You can still be the best looking guy in the world, but if you're not really doing anything for her emotionally, you're not emotionally stimulating her in that sense, she's going to go off you. She's going to get bored. She's going to try and find that somewhere else. And you don't want that, do you? So when the honeymoon phase starts to die down, you get into a relationship, everything's great, wow, it's amazing, this new girl, everything's exciting. The honeymoon phase is naturally going to start to die down a little bit. When that happens and you feel yourself getting comfortable with the girl to the point where you literally feel no nerves, no butterflies anymore. That's normal, by the way. It's not a bad thing. It's normal. It just shows that you guys are comfortable. That's a good thing. You know, you're fucking farting in front of each other. I don't know what you guys get up to, but you get what I'm saying, right? That level of comfortability, you must make sure you, every now and then, just do different stuff. Try different things. Spontaneity. Do whatever it may be that you can figure out yourself. Like I said, try different positions in the bedroom. Just do things more. You take the initiative. You take the lead. Right, we're going here. We're doing this. We're doing that. Let's go to this concert. We've never been to a concert together. Cool, let's go to a concert. Let's go and try this new food together. Let's go and try this new activity. Let's go jet skiing, rock climbing. Just do different shit. It doesn't have to be all the things that I've just said, but you get what I'm saying, right? That mindset is good to follow. Let's keep things exciting. Let's keep things spontaneous. That's the word I'm looking for. Spontaneous. A bit of spontaneity in your life is always good. And for the main point, I was going to say something really good then. Slipped my fucking mind. You should want to experience life together, right? And you're not really having a grand experience of life if you're just doing the same things over and over again because, oh, we're in a relationship and this is what worked before, so I'm going to do it forever. You should want different experiences. You should want to share the experience of learning and growing together, right? And that not only keeps it exciting for her, keeps her engaged, it literally makes you irreplaceable. No guy's doing this because they get into the routine mindset. Well, this worked once. I made a cum once by doing this. I'm going to do it over and over again. Change things up, bro. Stop being a pussy. Stop being scared of doing new things, right? It's the spontaneity, right? That's number one. Unpredictability. So, you know, she doesn't really know what to expect. And excitement that I want you to take from this video. Keep that in your relationship and things will not get dull. Every single guy out here that's been in a long-term relationship can say at some point, yeah, you know what? Things just got a little bit boring after a while. And it's not even boring, maybe that's the wrong word, just comfortable. And when things are comfortable in a relationship, it gets mundane, I think is the word I'm looking for, mundane. It's still nice and you still love the person and it's still like, wow, yeah, this is great. I still enjoy every second I spend in their company, but it's like, you don't want it to get to that mundane point where you both just know what to expect. It's the same thing. There's no real newness in your relationship anymore. Keep this in mind, because that is a relationship killer. Either someone's going to end up cheating or you guys are just probably going to naturally drift away because you're like, oh, I'm just bored. I just need something new. I need a new spark of life. You don't want that, man. You should want to share your life with that person. So with that being said, keep things exciting, unpredictable, and spontaneous. And that's your job as the man to do that, okay? Because most likely she's not going to initiate things. Understood? Coaching's down below if you want to learn more from me and the way I see the world. The sexual mastery course is also down below if you want to cure your pornography addiction, premature ejaculation, the list goes on. Go and check it out. I'll see you soon. Boom.